Prison story. Why I never had a conversation with my children about my past criminal activity. You know why? Because they don't need to know anything about my past. They only need to know about my future and what I'm trying to strive to be a professional and be a better person. Now, when I hear people talking about, man, my uncle was doing this, my father was doing this, and they had actual a conversation with these family members, the one who was doing that crime, you don't think that's stupid that you let your children or your grandchildren or nieces and nephew know that you was a criminal, that you did all this criminal activity. Now, do my children know I've been in prison? Yes. But do my grandchildren know I've been in prison? Yes. They might have heard, but they ain't never heard it from me. So it can also be a lie come from them because they don't know. Because a lot of my 95% of my 99% of my grandchildren were born out of my incarceration. Would I ever have a conversation about me doing time with my children? I mean, doing time in prison with my grandchildren. It's a possibility one day once they become grown. Cause my son, my daughters now in their 40s and middle 30s. And I never had a conversation with them about my criminal activity, what I was doing, how I was hustling. Never told them about my prison life, my prison ordeals, my situation. Yeah, did they come and visit me in prison? Yeah, but we don't have conversations about that. Would I ever poison my grandson to tell him, hey man, Papa was doing this, Papa trying to do this, before I can try to turn them against it? No, I want my grandson to be nerds. I want my grandson to be techies. One of my grandsons made me so proud of the day. He came and see me in the shop with his mom and his sister and his brother. And we was talking, and he said he go to school aviation. They teach him how to fly planes in high school and also be plane mechanics. He said he gonna be an airplane mechanic. My other grandson, he in college at Central State University. So that's the kind of shit that made me feel good. And I like it that they don't try to be street ninjas. Because the street ninjas ain't winning. They the bums out here. They living house to house. They getting high every day. They don't have, the finances ain't cool unless they hustling. They don't have a 10-year plan because they still on the streets. They not focused. They the most horrible parents out there if they street ninjas. They giving their kids street names. They letting their kids see them run all street activities. No, that'll never happen with our family. Now I don't know what was told on their mother's side of the family, but on my side of the family, my brothers, my sister, my aunts and uncles would never sit there and have a conversation with any one of my children about what I used to do and how I used to hustle. They ain't gonna do that. That ain't what we do. When our nieces and nephew and grandnieces and nephew come around, or their grandchildren be around me and my grandchildren be around them, it's all about positivity. It's all about, man, what you doing when you get out of high school? How you gonna work on your credit? How you gonna get your first piece of property that you live in? Where you trying to work at? For we trying to find you a job. We ain't doing none of that dumb shit. When I see people, family still glamorizing that, man, you don't think that your OG, who might be your father or grandfather, that he ain't wrapped too tight or she ain't wrapped too tight, that she's still talking about some ghetto shit and trying to make you a ghetto individual or try to put you into the game or don't care about you being in the game. Like I told person, if I was in the game right now, if I was hustling right now, I wouldn't care if my son come and beg me. I can be Pablo Escobar. My son would never be in the game. Not with me. Now you had to do it on your own. And for one, if he come and ask me if I'm in the game, I'ma lie to him with a straight face and nah, man, I ain't doing nothing. We ain't gonna have that conversation. I would never want to put my children, my son or my grandson in a situation they can be in prison for the rest of their life or be unalive. Cause I'm gonna feel so bad when they go. But nowadays, most parents ain't gonna feel bad when their sons or daughters go to prison and get unalive. Cause they really don't care nothing about them. Cause once they put them in the game, they really hate their children. They don't care nothing about their children once they put them in the game. You gotta be a hell of a parent to know what you went through being a street ninja, knowing that you've been incarcerated, knowing what you had to deal with incarcerated, to put your children in the game or your grandchildren in a game and think that shit is cool. You really hate them. You really despise them. Because you love them. You would never put them in a situation where they're going to be taken away from these streets. That's why I be seeing this stuff, man, how people, families be all in the game, how people, family be all getting hemmed up. I'm like, damn, y'all really don't care about y'all people. I would never do that. I had nephews. I would never would have put them in the game if I was in the game. I'm gonna let them go deal with somebody else. I don't care how much of a street dude you are. I'm not giving you no advice. I'm not giving you information. I'm not telling you even how to beat the system, cause I ain't gonna be a part of that. When you come talk to me, I'm gonna say the only way to beat the system is stay out of trouble, get out the game, get a damn job. Cause most street ninjas nowadays are bums. I seen more bum hustlers in my life that it's unthinkable that the women are doing better than men, and these men so-called hustlers. They just got outfits. Everything else they got belong to the women. So why would I even tell my nephews to even be a hustler when I know they don't gonna get to certain levels nowadays before they be underlined for their rhymes or they go to prison? Why would I do that? When I can tell any man, get a trade, get a job, get an education, and you can have everything the hustler got. I want them to see me going to work every day. I want them to see me going to church. I want them to always see me doing positivity in my community. I want them to see me always striving to be a better person every day. Not being a street ninja, somebody they can look up to and somebody they might pass. Then one day you be copping from them because your Dolphine butt can't make it over that hump and you need them to put more work in than you because you old. You just need some money in your pocket and you feel they ain't gonna tell on you and snitch on you, but they are, because a lot of family members in jail and told each other. So don't put yourself in that situation, and damn sure don't teach your grandkids or your nieces and nephew and your sons and daughters how to be street people. That shit is dead. Teach them how to be leaders, kings and queens, princes and princesses. That we got to start doing. We got to start teaching them how to be Muslim, Catholic, Jewish, Christian. We got to teach them how to really love themselves, how to love their community, how to love their family. That's the shit we got to be teaching. That's the stuff we got to be showing every day. Teach them how to be mothers. Teach them how to be fathers. Teach them how to be husbands. Teach them how to be wives. This is the stuff we got to work on, not that street shit. Peace out, O's.